Shop down.
You can squeeze up there.
Someone's trying to pass the
Train.
There you go.
Train.
through running would be red.
What?
Veteran. We talked about the IRT.
Wait, you get off next stop,
Okay.
Everyone talks about having it go all the way to Sheepshead Dam. I thought of an idea which I think could work. After Sheepshead Bay, put it up on top of the Mills Railway.
That could work, but I'm not sure if it works. In my earlier fantasy plans, I actually had to spin the front beat, but then I realized it doesn't make much sense. I would have the trains terminate Avenue W.
That's what the plan was. So, I mean, that would be great. I mean, I don't know how briefly I saw it. What is phase 4? And then from there,
What I would do is I would have the trains switch out, like as I agree with him.
why not have it link up to Court Street?
I wouldn't actually like I wouldn't mess up the trains. I would do something similar. The thing is, I would have the trains first about the branch could go on to Park Rail, and then they would merge with the Nassau Street line, reusing that line. I guess it could be probably more $50,000 but they would reuse the Nassau Street line, so there's a connection to the school center, and then you don't have to build another tunnel under the East River because you have access to the Montague Tunnel. Because currently there's only the R train, and then you can have connect. And then what I would do is I would connect like past the Court Street on the 4th Avenue line station. There'd be a connection to the local tracks of Golden Street.
Mommy.
C trains run to Houston Avenue, and then I would have C trains. I would have C trains running express going to Ozone Park. That would be that would allow for more trains. Yeah. And also that would allow all rate trains to go to the Rockway.
I thought of that too. I thought about that too for a long time. He knows his stuff. I've stumped him a few times. I stumped him a few times. He could stump me a lot more.
What? Books. I just like work up my blood to see how my dad's really not helping me. We've gone on this other subway on that. So it's going to be a part of this. We go on the holiday train every year. Because of the transit you get people. that this could probably be more efficient than the Second Avenue subway is reducing congestion.
Oh, right here?
Are we going that way?
We're going that way. Get back in there.
What's funny is, nothing shocks New Yorkers. This whole train.
Yeah, I've noticed. As we pull up,
King's Mohawk, people won't even look.
yeah, as soon as you pull by there, Vincent Street.
Something's up.
Yeah, exactly. My favorite is people's expressions when they're like, what the hell is that?
It's like Twilight.
Earlier, earlier on the way down, someone put their arms out like, come on. Like, it's not my turn. What is that?
Mario, for the next stop, okay?
And even if it wasn't from a spot, where's it now? And that would probably, even though it's a
Wow. Okay, Mario, come out of there, quick!
Where's this run ending?
I hope they let us go back.
When's the run? Where is this run ending?
145.
145. Okay.
Wow, that's great.
I could get off. Nah.
I had to last year. I just worked for 15 minutes.
59 and then 145.
Which one? 5'9" and
Then 145.
When I was like, I didn't want to do it.
Alright, just maybe calm this down. I would just have the whole run with the lights on.
I have an idea. Either on my Utica Avenue subway, Flatbush Avenue subway to City's Plaza. From there, go up grounds and go to Reese Park. One, that'll take me to Reese Park. Two, there's a big parking lot there. There's a parking lot. So that's, I mean, this will never happen.
Yeah,
It's an idea.
I've looked at that and seen that as a possibility. The thing is, I would just get to that King's Plaza.
Well, why not go all the way to Reese Park?
Not sure it's worth the cost though.
I mean, you have so much traffic during the beach season. Like, from the Valley. Right now, the only way to go is $235. And how could it not be? The only thing you should have to build a bridge.
Yeah, I think
And I guess just a split.
there's many things I would do if there's unlimited money to spend my God.
Well, there is unlimited money.
Just not used.
I mean, it's not unlimited, but there's a lot of money. One round in the West runs. It's like $500 million. So,
Have you heard of the New York plan?
no,
It would just keep congestion pricing, do you know what I mean?
I do.
They have to eliminate it.
I know we're trying to Island. I drove 3 times and it's undone.
They start construction. One stand down was still in, but still just
But the first time was beaten by Mayan Island since he hated the DMC.
Al Smith was stopped in Pennsylvania.
Yep. And then the Moses stopped the last time.
You didn't want anything up there, though?
Yeah.
I guess if the driver already just let rail, it's possible for it to go over the horizontal. Just flat on them.
Yeah. The ferries, though, do more than you think, though. The ferries, like, you could do a lot with ferries. Like, they started a ferry to Rockaway. And when I rode that to Wall Street. And then, once you're at Wall Street, you can do all the other ferries. But once they ended the Rockaway ferry, I would just ride the train to Wall Street and then ride on the ferries. And I agree they're not as good as trains, but they shouldn't cost that much to build.
I think the Velocity's plan is cost millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying his plan is the best plan, but like, I think like, if they shut the L, I think ferries would be a big part of. You have to remember, it was all ferries. I mean, the famous poem "Crossing the Brooklyn Ferry," right? That's how you went to Brooklyn back in the day. So before the Brooklyn Bridge and the Williamsburg Bridge, you can still see it. The ferry, what was it called? You still see the structure on the J train where it went down to the ferry. What was it called?
Broadway Ferry.
Broadway Ferry.
I used to be able to walk across the East River when it froze over in the winter.
Really?
Didn't you know that in the winters back then it would freeze over? The sun goes through cooling cycles every couple of decades. I forgot what it is. So like this, we're now going into a cooling cycle.
Yeah.
No sunspots. So
You're a global warming skeptic.
no, this is scientific research.
That doesn't mean you're not scientific. I'm a global warming skeptic too. I'd like to believe I'm scientific.
I think that it would be very difficult for man. I mean, it might have some. I mean, we have smog in LA. You know, pollution does have some impact, but to raise sea levels by 3 feet, 6 feet, I don't know. I mean, they were saying that 40 years ago that over the polar caps, the ozone layer is depleting.
And they also were saying 40 years ago, some of the same people who were saying global warming, they're talking about a coming ice age. Some of the same characters behind this.
That actually could happen.
Well, Harry Mullis, do you know Harry Mullis?
No.
Harry Mullis is there any way to keep this more like? Harry Mullis, he made the PCR. It's the polymerase chain reaction, which is the most important thing used in HIV work. He became an HIV/AIDS skeptic. Through working in that institution, he became a skeptic that he doesn't think HIV even causes AIDS, even though he invented the most important tool. I'm not really sure what it is, but it amplifies fragments of viruses. Anyhow, they dismiss him and say, oh yeah, he also doesn't believe in global warming. So I read his book where he talks about everything. And he said, you know, if you really want to worry about anything, you should worry about global cooling.
Yeah.
That's a bigger threat we might be facing.
Last summer, we didn't have a heat wave.
It's a great summer. It's a great summer.
Actually, no, it's not really summer if it doesn't have a heat wave.
Well,
I gotta have
now they call things heat waves that aren't heat waves.
Well,
They're like,
days in a row,
it's 92, but the real feels like 96. Well, it's 92. You know what I mean?
Well, it's supposed to be in the 90s for 3 days in a row. That's a heat wave.
Oh, so it's
That's the standard.
heat
for it.
wave is a set thing.
Yeah.
All right, I have one for you. I have one for you. What are the only 2 above ground rivers in New York City? Ding, 1.
Hudson.
Which one?
Hudson. Hudson's not a river?
Nope.
What the hell is it then?
It's a tidal estuary.
So the East River is a tidal strait.
So you understand that the East River is in the river.
So there's the Bronx River, and what's the other one?
Button service, miss.
We're stuck in Columbus Circle.